Sorry about that. So what kinds of tools are available for entrepreneurs working here in the Middle East right now? Spencer Reese is an editor at Wired Magazine and also a part of the program team that put together this year's summit. He'll lead the next segment of programs, which is a selection of demos and presentations of some of the things their companies are working on. Please welcome Spencer.
Hey, everybody. Come on, Abed, come on up. Thanks for hanging in. Abed Agha is the founder of Vinelab, which is based both in the UAE, both in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, correct?
Dubai and Beirut.
Dubai and Beirut, sorry. And he builds apps for entertainment companies, does digital services for entertainment companies, including many that you will have heard of before. And he's going to show a really cool little app that is, what, brand new, hot off the presses?
Correct. So it's an artist that we basically soft launched his app yesterday, Majid al-Muhandis. So you guys are going to see it in a bit.
OK, I'll let you go.
Awesome. So just a quick brief. We're an entertainment company based between here and Beirut. We basically service broadcasters and artists in developing digital strategies on the second screen. So when it comes to tablets, mobile, web, basically all sorts of platforms. And basically, we've been around for about 2 years, so we're a startup. Not working. There we go. Anyway, so basically we service artists and broadcasters in basically developing digital strategies over tablets and the web. We've done basically clients such as NBC Group, Rotana, Al-An TV, LBC, which is Lebanese Broadcasting Corporation out of Beirut. We've done basically artists like Raghib Alami, Miriam Faris, for those who basically have heard of them. Majid al-Rumi, which is also a major, basically legend in the Lebanese music scene. So this is an overview of our clients. We work also with EMI on several strategies. Some of the services that we offer today, we offer a strategy for any entertainment client. We basically execute their strategies directly as well. We distribute content, and we basically manage their social media as well. What was our unique approach? Why are we successful within 2 years? How did we get to work with all these big brands, even though we're a small company, which basically is just people who are so passionate about this? And we decided to focus on one specific channel. We went over mobile, and we basically went so aggressive with it. The way we've done it is basically we've developed cross-platform apps, iPhone, Android, and Nokia. iPhone being the most successful, iPhone being the ones that gets the biggest traction, even though that didn't have the biggest penetration. So some of the apps that we've done is basically apps like Arab Idol for NBC. Basically, it featured a way for users to be able to sing a song, create a character, and compete and have others vote for them. We basically did ones for CNBC, Sada al-Mala'ab, which is a TV show also for NBC, Al-An TV, Ahmar al-Khatt al-Arid, which is also a show for LBC in Lebanon. In the music, we've done NBC FM, one of the most popular apps in the region. Downloads over in the millions. Majid al-Muhandis, which I'm going to showcase right now, Najwa Karam, Miriam Faris, Raghib Alami, and Lara Skandar. How successful were these apps? Well, numbers will talk. In the past overall year and a half, we were able to reach 3.4, as of yesterday, almost 3.5 million users in the region, in the MENA region. So I'll get to the product demonstration. So this is basically the app. It's basically heavily social. So we integrated a lot of gamification elements, a lot of social elements at the core of it. We basically thought of the fan and not the artist. So content was important, but what was most important, having users really interact with that content. Therefore, so basically there's the basic elements like the biography, whereby I can just click on biography and read a little bit about the artist, basically his history. I can check out music. So anything I can basically listen to, or I can buy directly from iTunes, or through in-app purchase, since iTunes is not available in this market. I can just click on it, the song starts playing, and I can simply post a comment on it, log in through Twitter and Facebook, and then basically I can share that comment with others as well. The beauty is these features that we created really enable these apps to go viral. Meaning, on average, almost 60% of the comments that were made in the app, users willingly choose to basically share them over social networks. What we've noticed as well is that users in this part of the world, basically their activity within this kind of app, as opposed to other apps globally like Katy Perry or Taylor Swift, we've seen engagement up to the 6 times. So number of comments, 6 times the comments in this part of the world, as opposed to basically artists like Katy Perry or Taylor Swift. So again, we go back, music. I can have a fan wall, so basically I can interact with the users. Remember, this was basically soft launch yesterday. It wasn't even announced, and there are already downloads basically from the region about it. So some people discovered this, started sharing it with others. I can basically look at a map and view the users that are currently using it and interact with them. So we see users being hosted right now from Saudi Arabia as of yesterday. I can click on these users and start engaging with them on a personal level. Now, the beauty is every sort of engagement that I create in the app is measured, meaning users basically earn points for engaging, and they basically unlock badges. One of the unique things we're going to be doing is basically we're going to be locking an exclusive song in the next couple of days for the artists, and users are only going to be able to unlock it if they scan a certain QR code, or they enter their email address, therefore enabling the artist to be able to start building on his list. Users can also share photos. They started already sharing photos and love for the fans. So we see one called Majid al-Muhandis. Users already sharing it since last night. I can basically look at photos from the artist and start browsing for them. I can comment on them. I can share them. I can save them to my iPad. I can read news. I can watch videos. This is pleases Google because it's directly connected to YouTube, and we can immediately basically stream the content from on there. This is an interesting section. So basically, the artist can list his shows. So he had a show on the October 8th, a few days back, in London. The beauty is artists or users can actually check into the location. Assuming they went to the concert, they can go to the location and check in and say, I'm at Majid al-Muhandis concert in London. Accordingly, they can unlock rewards as well, which the artist can do. I can view a map of the location, so that assuming basically I'm lost and I want to get there, I can do that. Assuming it's an upcoming show, I can tell my friends that I'm going. So if I click I'm going, I can log in, and I can share with my friends that I'm planning to go to the concert. Basically, obviously, creating a viral effect for people to basically go and buy tickets. I can get on a mailing list. I can subscribe and have basically hear from the artist on an ongoing basis. And this is basically the leaderboard for the most active users. I think nobody has unlocked any badges yet. But basically, the moment the badges start getting unlocked, they showcase as part of the profile of the user. And I can message each user directly. Cool.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. The lead-in I was not going to, didn't get to say was that one of the amazing things about this is that a small company, how many employees?
6.
6 can be doing something that you'd see like that. You'd assume a big entertainment company had done it. It's actually 6 guys in a startup working at that kind of world-class level. So very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up is Ayham Gorani, who is 2454, our host here at the summit. You are at their facility here in Abu Dhabi. And I'll let him explain what he's doing and show you a few little interesting things. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Spencer. Hello, I'm Ayham Gorani. And since 6 years, we have been developing social and mobile applications for clients in Germany and the Middle East. And last year, we decided to develop our own first application. And basically, it's an application for children. The inspiration came from my nephew, Nasur, and he lives in Germany. And it was always hard for him to find cultural, educational applications for him. So we decided, okay, we have to do something about it, create cultural applications that are entertaining. They have to be entertaining because children are very honest with themselves. If they don't like an application, they just close it and play Angry Birds or something else. So our first project is an interactive storybook about the story of the Prophet Muhammad. Interactive storybooks are books that have visuals, interaction, text, and narrations built in one application. And the Sira is split in 2 parts. One part is the interactive storybook, and the second part is the Sirapedia, where we offer content for children about the Sira. For us, it was very challenging, this project or this application, because we didn't have any experience developing for children. So also on the market, there wasn't a lot of experience how to develop interactive storybooks for children on the iPhone or iPad. So the only way doing this was learning by doing. And we didn't have any arrogance. We said, okay, we don't know anything, therefore we just asked the children. So we had short cycles in development where we asked a lot of children and get their feedback. So we asked them about sketching, storyboard, coloring, interaction patterns, and so on. So let me, basically we gave the children a prototype and let them work with it. If they just threw it away, closed the app, then we have been doing something wrong. If they played with it and asked questions, we got the feedback and elaborated it into the next prototype. So we had a lot of prototypes. I will show you now a prototype that we had a few weeks ago. In this prototype, I will show you how a dialogue in our application will work and what feedback we got. The prototype, of course, still doesn't have any sounds, and the UI is not ready yet. But let's see. So there are a few characters, and we have text in the bottom. And then there's indicated that children have to click on a certain character. You see it? Okay. So click on it, and a speech bubble appears. Of course, not designed very well, but it will appear, and some interaction, some animation will take part. So he thinks and then answers. And there's a dialogue, basically. So if you see, we have some tilting effects. I mean, it's not where we use parallax and have different layers, and they move in each other. So now if he speaks, he has another line to say. I'm sorry for the people who don't speak Arabic or read Arabic. Okay. When we asked the children, the main focus was not about the animation itself. It was more about how to have interactivity and how to play with the application. So it was not about doing very sophisticated animations, but having a lot of interaction and doing them well. I think we have a few minutes. So yeah. And when we showed the prototype to children, they said, why are you indicating that there's a dialogue? We know how to do it. So never underestimate children. Where are we standing now? In the development, we will launch in 1 to 2 months. We have the first episode ready and a second one also. And we have a contract with an international artist who will take over the English narration. The application will be launched in Arabic and English in the first phase on the iPad. So yeah, I hope you like the project and stay in touch. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, Ayham. That is super. Thank you. Don't forget.
Yep.
And you can find him at 2454. Easy in Abu Dhabi. Has the latitude and longitude built in.
Yeah.
Okay. May Habib is the founder and CEO of Qordoba, which she explained to me just now is a combination of the English and the Arabic spelling of the famous city, which was known for its translation capabilities in the medieval times. And she's going to tell you exactly what they do. It is one of Fadi Gondor's and a WAMDA-funded startup based in Dubai. So over to May.
Thanks, Mr. Hi. I'm May. I'm founder of Qordoba. We are based in Dubai and have offices in Lebanon, a couple people working in Egypt and Syria, and a network of more than 500 linguists, translators, and editors. We work with them in over 30 countries, doing 10 languages now. So we started in Arabic, but our latest language additions have been Russian and Mandarin, and we did more than 500,000 words of translation in both those languages since we launched them. So what do we do? And why did we start in Arabic? You guys have heard all day about the digital content problem, and so we sought to address this problem in through professional services that can be fast, reliable, and scalable. And so what we do is screen linguists wherever they are for ability before they're accepted into the network, and then they are screened, trained, and monitored in real time as they work on projects for us. The necessity in Arabic really came from the fact that there is a difficulty in finding very highly skilled Arabic linguists when you need them. And so we were able to create a solution that made it pretty fast and reliable to do that. Now, one thing that we've added recently is a digital publishing arm to this that has dramatically changed the dynamics of publishing to Arab consumers on their smartphones. So the online digital problem has really only increased when you go to the smartphone, 55 million smartphones and very little smartphone content. And so I'm going to show you how, for publishers who want to access this market, our mobile platform solutions allow them to monetize the content through SMS payment, micropayments, in a way that is much faster and much cheaper than if they had done it the traditional way. And so one customer, we have a lot of really awesome blue chip clients now in the GCC, but one of the folks in Abu Dhabi who's not a client is 2454. And we noticed that their agenda is not in Arabic, and so I just want to show you how easy it would have been for 2454 to localize their agenda. So they just go to our site, they choose one of the language pairs that we offer. So this is English going to Arabic. We want a pro translation. They could have gotten it done within a few hours if we had done this last week. We're going to upload our agenda here. What type of content? It's most closely related to a press release in the business domain. ADNS demo. Yep. Submit. Now, what happens when a client submits a job is that we analyze the difficulty in the type of text. And what we do then is figure out who in our network is best suited to do this translation and is available at this moment in time. And so anyone who matches the criteria, something like this would have been, ranked of only medium difficulty, but it was needed right away, and so we need someone who is online, working, and available right now. They would get an email as well as a text message, and each job we treat as an individual legal contract, and so as soon as that job is accepted, it's a binding contract between us and the linguist. We're doing this now in 10 languages and have clients all over the world. We started in Arabic, though, and that continues to be our highest volume language. So this is a snapshot of one of the editors that we use. The technology that we've built is completely web-based. It includes online style guides, glossaries, translation memories to aid the linguists who are working on a particular client's content. And so it could be a year before we are doing, it's not showing up. It's okay, I have a snapshot of it too. Oops. Are you able to? Okay. Thanks. I just want to show you a snapshot of one of the editors. And so once a job is done, there we go, great. Until now, functionality this advanced has only been available in desktop software, and it's licensed at anywhere from $500 or $1,000 per seat. And so obviously we had to develop this internally, because when you have 500 and growing linguists all over the world, that's not something that is a scalable solution. And so it's a three-step process. The translator works on it first, then the editor, then the proofer, and then the client gets a email, lets them know they can go and download the file. And so it would have been really easy for the agenda to be in Arabic. So that's the translation solution. And then the publishing solution would have sent very easily the agenda to an app, and everyone could have paid $1 to look at the agenda for the summit. And so what we're really trying to do is make it incredibly cheaper and faster to access the Arab consumer. Our capacity right now, from a monthly basis, would allow us to translate 20 books in a month, 50 magazines in a month. And so these are millions of words that we can distribute to 55 million smartphone holders. And in-app functionality, in-app purchase functionality, DRM functionality is all stuff that we've built and optimized for Arabic. So that is us.
Very much, Faye. Thank you very much. Another example of people, small companies doing big things. We love it. Last up, we have a big guy who is doing, it's Brian Sigafoos from Duplays in Dubai.
Correct.
And he's going to show you how you can have fun with connecting yourself to other people that play. I bet you must play basketball.
I have played some basketball before.
Anyway, go for it.
Good luck shooting over my shoulder for this. Actually, we'll shoot on this later on. Sorry. So, good morning. I'm Brian Sigafoos, partner and CTO of Duplays. Duplays is a social sport company that connects you to other people who share your sport interests and to great leagues, tournaments, events, activities where you live. Duplays started in 2008 in the UAE, organizing ultimate frisbee and football for about a few hundred people. We now offer 15 sports and have more than 40,000 members in the UAE. These members registered on our website, duplays.com, and they've told us their sport interests. We also organize corporate wellness programs, some of the largest of which actually are here in Abu Dhabi for the government, for Siha, the health authority, and they have 1,500 employees in a corporate wellness program that we run. We don't just work in the UAE, we're growing internationally. Last month we launched in Delhi, in Gurgaon outside of Delhi, and this month we're launching in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. There are now 5,000 people every week playing in Duplays organized sport leagues. So we've got the on-the-ground experience. To accomplish this, we built some really great tools that we use internally through our web platform, and they help us organize sports as efficiently as possible. Today, we're excited to announce that we're opening up these tools to third-party providers, or what we call sport providers. We estimate in the GCC there are 3,000 sport providers. What's a sport provider? A sport provider is anyone from a yoga teacher with 15 students to a tennis coach to a soccer academy or football academy with 200 kids, a boot camp for fitness, a golf academy, a swimming club. Some have Facebook pages, but the majority don't have their own website. 90% can't take payment online. Duplay's new platform is going to solve a number of problems for these sport providers. First, web presence. With us, they'll have an activity page to post their activities with photos, a description, pricing, schedules. Second, an online payment gateway to take payments, which is very tough in the Middle East, as I'm sure many of you know, and we're going to facilitate that for them. Third, email communication. They'll be able to message their users and communicate with them much easierly than picking up the phone and pencil and paper, which they're doing right now. Fourth, online scheduling. We've done this in sports for the last 4 years, and we have an online scheduling platform to help them schedule their sporting events. And fifth and most crucially, with discovery. We have a built-in network in each city of people who are passionate or interested in sport, and through our platform, they'll be discovered. They're dying to join some activities, and they can join the activities that are going to be listed on our site. All of this leaves the sport provider to focus on what they do best, which is offer high-quality sport activities, and they can leave the technical side to us and discovery. So now, in the remaining 2 minutes, I'm just going to show you real quickly what it would be like to post an activity on our new platform. And Ravi, who was on stage this morning, the co-founder of Duplays, is a passionate backgammon player, and he wants to set up a backgammon tournament this weekend. So I don't know if this is visible here. We can get a little closer to it. This is our new platform, which basically allows you to declare the name of the activity. We're going to say the start date and the end date are this weekend. There's going to be one session. We've got his email address. We've got some details. He's got some text he's written about it. I'm not going to do this live right now, but the description, he's telling us, the sport, the location. He's going to do it right here on the racetrack and the level. And we're going to click next. Hopefully it works. And set the pricing for it. So he's going to charge 50 dirhams per person to enter. He can set any price he wants. And set the hours. So we'll say from 10 o'clock until 5 p.m. this Saturday, backgammon tournament. And he has his own special URL. So we're going to call it Ravi's Gammon, or Ravi's Game On. And I think he named the activity Ravi's Game On Weekend. So when we go to the actual page, this is what it looks like. This is the live site. It's a hidden URL, but if you go to doplays.com/Ravi's Gammon, you can see it yourself, and you can sign up. I don't think he's actually hosting the tournament, so maybe don't sign up right away. But he could if there's enough interest, actually. That's the idea. We want to give people who organize sport the chance to do it. You can pay online. The details are all here. You can browse through the photos. These are some of the photos that he uploaded. Obviously, I did this before, but this is our live website. And the rules are posted here. He's got quite some serious rules. And that's about it. And I click sign up, and it'll, with one click or second click, hopefully, it'll ask me to log in. And with one click, I can log in using my Facebook. And I'm in. It's asking me for some more details. I was already a DoPlays member, so it's pretty easy. And here we are to joining the activity. So to joining the Backgammon tournament, I'm an individual. I'm going to play that day. I'm going to pay online. I'd click Pay Now and pay. Lastly, I'd encourage any of you in the UAE who are interested in sports, or in Riyadh or in India, to visit our website, tell us what sports you want to play, and we're going to help organize something for you. And very soon, we're going to have a lot more organizers of sport providers, having more sports that are on display. Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, Brian. And so you can take that global, can't you? I mean, you guys have got big aspirations.
We do. And we've had some great support from some investors in this room, actually, and we're really, really grateful for that. So.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, we're almost there.